there, and I said, Smith, my uncle Smith is staying here. You tell me what room? No. Sorry, sir. Cannot.
Because he's famous.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. He's a high roller in Vegas. Right. And so he puts his phone on mute when he's gambling, and we couldn't get a hold of him.
Well, no, he's just deaf. He puts it on mute when it's not on his ear. Right. I'm just kidding.
So back to the story. The Boston Globe says, a front page in Trump's America. Donald J. Trump's vision for the future of our nation is as deeply disturbing as it is profoundly un-American.
Well, what I need when you accuse somebody of being un-American, I demand you to give me a couple more sentences to support that wild accusation. What is un-American? Some people may make the case. I've heard Cruz people say this is why I call Trump un-American. And the case can be made, but does he? Does he just say he's un-American, or what does he say that he believes is un-American about Trump?
It is easy to find historical antecedents. The rise of demagogic strongmen is all too common phenomenon on our small planet.
Okay, what does that have anything to do with? Is he trying to say that's un-American?
To be a demagogic strongman.
There's nothing un-American about that.
We've seen those so many times in the past.
I mean, demagoguery runs rampant in politics in America.
Correct.
So then
he says, and what marks each of those dark episodes is a failure to fathom where the leader's vision leads. To carry rhetoric to its logical conclusion. Satirical front page of this section attempts to do just that. To envision what America looks like with Trump in the White House.
Okay.
That's a lot of gobbledygook. It's a lot of words, just jumbled and mumbled. So anyways, as I read through this article, it was clearly a hit piece.
Oh yeah, of course.
It
was all like if we're gonna. So since we think that Donald Trump is so negative and he's dangerous. I'm speaking on behalf of liberals and Cruz supporters and establishment.
Correct.
We need to come up with all the most negative things that we can think of, all of them, and jam a front page full of all the different things to show this out. But nothing, not even, he can't even fathom, I'll use his word.
Fathom.
Any positive that could come from anything that he's trying to do as a president.
So it's unfathomable.
Not fathomable.
Without fathom.
That's unfathomable without fathom. So anyway.
So they go on to say, this whole article warns of potential global recession due to Trump's trade barriers, including a chart. They did a chart that shows the Dow Jones dropping 6,500 points.
When have we ever seen that as a cause of the Dow Jones or markets in general crashing?
Well, the government right now is propping up the Dow Jones to make Obama look like we are not in a
absolutely true
complete and utter recession. There are articles all over the
depression. We're in a depression.
There are articles everywhere that say we have not left the recession.
Right, and it was a Great Depression.
We're in 7 years of it.
We went from like 12,000 Dow Jones Industrial Average down to what, 6,200? And from 6,200 all the way up to where we are today has all been
15.
It's all been from printing money. That's all it's been.
Yeah.
Let's just put the printing presses on full gear.
Right.
We'll dump cash all over the entire American economy, and everybody will spend it. Okay, and guess how they do it? Guess how they dump it? They get all the papers, and then they give everybody a debit card.
Yes.
That's the EBT cards, the welfare cards, and those people go out and spend it, and it's not debt. Like when you go and give somebody a credit card, and they charge $1,000 on it. That's $1,000 they're going to have to work into the future to eventually pay off. The EBT card is we're going to give everybody thousands of dollars that they can spend that they don't have to worry about. They just get to get the stuff.
Right.
The stuff that the manufacturers produce is paid for through the EBT card by the government. What do these corporations and all the people that work for them and all the high-ups do with all this cash? They invest it in the Dow Jones and in all the stock markets. So all of the stocks that have gone through the roof is from money that has been invented by Obama.
It's a vicious cycle. It is I was going to compare it to food, but no, it is literally a heroin junkie cycle. And to get these heroin junkies off the dole it's impossible. You would have more of a riotous situation nationwide if you yanked or canceled.
And that's what they're banking on.
EBT cards.
They're banking on it. They're banking on people
Where's
rioting.
my money? Where's my money?
Yeah, how am I supposed to live?
Right.
How am I going to get my next bill?
You know, I was going to save this soundbite for later on, but I have to play it now because it's absolutely critical.
Relevant.
Neil Cavuto on the economy, just to lend credence to what we're saying.
You know you're in trouble if you've ever been in debt, that even if you sold everything you had, your house, your investment accounts, your bank, emptied it all out, it still wouldn't come close to what you owe. I hate to break it to you, my fellow Americans, but that's kind of where we stand as a country. The government now owes simply far more than all of its assets combined. Reason Magazine's Catherine Mangu-Ward, of course,
That's
has
not
been...
good.
All of its assets combined.
You know, eventually somebody who can defeat us, and let me tell you something, manpower, foot soldier on the ground, 1-to-1, battling it out, we would get absolutely wiped off the face of the earth by China if they were to ever just decide to come in with all of their
bodies,
warriors' bodies, and say, we're coming to take you. Our only hope would be to reduce the deficit in numbers of people by nuking the hell out of the largest cities we can,
right.
As many as we can of China. That would be the only way to save us. But let's just say we decided we're not doing that. We would get wiped off the face of the earth by China. What if they said before doing that, okay, here's how it's going to work. Because you owe us so much money, we're just going to own the whole country. It'll be like a part of China now.
Right.
And then we won't destroy you.
Like a territory.
Yeah, it'll be part of China now.
Right.
There will not be any America anymore. No more United States of America. It is now a part of China. If you agree to do that, not only will your debt be gone, but we won't kill you.
All of you.
We won't come in and invade and destroy all of you and wipe you out and just do it the hard way.
Right.
We'll do it the easy way. You're us now. You are part of China. And you get to keep doing what you're doing, and you won't owe any debt. But we call the shots now.
We got a new
Constitution.
Constitution. At least that's what you guys call it.
We'll call it a Constitution. Make you feel better.
Right.
Make you feel better.
It's English. We're going to use your English word, Constitution, and then we're going to insert. We're going to select all, cut, and then go to our document. Select all, copy. And then paste under the title Constitution. We're going to paste our rules.
Yes.
Because when there's zero leadership, folks, you need a heavy hand. Lots of rules, lots of regulations. That's what people who aren't leaders, that's what they do.
And they're going to put us to work by building the re-education camps that they are going to need in order for us to learn this new Constitution.
That and that railroad that goes all the way through Alaska, the Bering Strait, and comes all the way back down to China. Somebody entertained that idea. Some Russian
have you heard of
billionaire entertained an idea of building high-speed rail over the Bering Strait.
Yeah, there's too much ice and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the idea. This would be equally as hard, But I like the idea of a tunnel that goes down into the ocean.
Oh, like the Trunnel.
Like the Channel, except this wouldn't be like the Channel actually goes under the ocean.
In the dirt.
In the dirt.
Right.
This would, because of how deep the ocean is, this would go through the ocean like a tube, but because of its angle, it would be straight to the other side of like the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay.
And they would evacuate all the air out of it, and it would act like, those mail things.
Oh, suck you through.
It would suck you through, and it would go thousands of miles an hour because there would be no air friction.
Okay, so it would go from 0 to 1,000 in how fast?
Well,
You'd have to do that slowly.
Well, it would be slowly, and it would actually be gravity because the tunnel would go, even though it would be perfectly straight, it would go right from New York to like London, let's say. It would be perfectly straight from New York to London, but it would cut through the earth, through the ocean.
Oh,
so you would go down.
Because we're round.
We're round.
Right.
So it would go down halfway and then would go up the other half.
Right.
So there would be no energy required. Gravity would literally speed you up to 1,000 miles an hour. I'm just saying. That was an idea.
Okay. No, that's
Yeah.
not a bad
The problem is at 1,000 miles an hour, if you were to derail, they call it atomizing.
Whoa!
Yeah, you would atomize.
So that was everything
the-
there would go atomic.
And that was the science portion of the program for those of you listening.
And that's our slogan. We're all over the place for you.
That's right. Well, we got to hit all the different topics.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So to wrap up this article, they also say that U.S. soldiers refuse to kill ISIS families and refuse to take orders from Trump, because of Trump's comment that the military should take out the families of terrorists. So he's losing the military. He's losing the country. He's losing the world. Everything's going into this dark, black oblivion of nothingness. And then they say the Republican Party's standard deserves to be hoisted by an honorable and decent man.
A politician.
Like Romney or Ryan.
What?
Elected on the convention floor, it is better to lose with principle than to accept a dangerous deal from a demagogue. I am not lying. I did not make that up.
You didn't just make that up out of your head.
No.
But somebody did.
So let's talk about a leader. What a leader is. What a leader isn't. Let's talk about the end results of a leader.
Let me talk about demagoguery real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Donald Trump did not demagogue his way to $10 billion.
No, and for anybody to tell me he's an empty suit is more...
It's just not believable.
I had to beat myself out there because I said something that wasn't appropriate for the children.
It's not working. If you're... Convince me that I welcome it. I'm not one of these people. Look, there's a lot of Cruz people, there's a lot of Democrats, and there's a lot of establishment people who think certain things about Trump people and they're way off base. They call us uneducated. They call us hillbillies, stupid, redneck, blue collar, low information, white, angry, Nazi, Jew hating, black hating, all the above, racist, whatever, Mexican hating, blah, 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 all of the above. And they're just way off base. Look, I'm a normal person. And I have my reasons for supporting Trump personally. I probably support him a little bit more strongly than Brian does, but like my reservations about him aren't as strong as Brian's reservations. My dad is a Cruz supporter who's a strong second choice for Trump. And he tells me at least twice a week, don't worry, the Cruz supporters will have no problem with Trump as their second choice. I'm like, I'm not seeing that on the internet
at all. No.
I am not seeing that. I'm seeing the hashtag Never Trump Cruz supporters everywhere, which I find extremely dangerous to the future of democracy in America, capitalism, the whole everything, freedom. I mean, the last bastion of freedom is at stake because if another Democrat gets into office, you're going to have
Well, there's
a full-blown